How's it going, YouTube? This is RID Sessa here with a Transformers toy review of Transformers Prime RID Deluxe Class Cliffjumper. I've had this guy for a couple days now, and I really do enjoy this figure in most aspects. I do like the vehicle mode. There are problems with it. But I do like the look of the vehicle mode. It's very reminiscent of the old school muscle cars. Very nice. I do enjoy it. I'm not a big fan of the horns on the hood. They're really soft plastic, and they just flop around when you touch them. But I understand that it is a kid's toy, and that they don't want real sharp points on it, so I do understand that. That's fine. So yeah, I do enjoy this vehicle mode looking like this. Now, he does come with his awesome hammer gun thing, and you can plug it into the port on the top and have a roof-mounted gun, and you can also plug it into one side and have a side-mounted cannon gun thing. You can also plug it in like standing up and have like some kind of antenna. I don't know, but I personally think that it looks better like this. The mold, I do like the mold. I do like the molded in details that they got all over the place, like the headlights, the little grill. That probably took a little while to mold. I don't know. There's a lot of nice details, like the exhaust. I do like that. But I give it an 8. Paint, I give a 7 to, even though it is very basic and it's just red. This red does it for me. I really do enjoy this red. It's very vibrant. It's picking up a lot lighter on my camera than it is in real life. So I don't know. I do like this shade of red, and I do like the blacked out taillights. That's a nice touch. Yeah, I enjoy it. His transformation, I am not a fan of his transformation. I gave it a 6. It is a nice transformation, but it's awkward, and I have trouble with it, and it frustrates me sometimes, and it's just not my favorite. So yeah, with that being said, I'm going to get to transforming him, and I'll be back. Alright, and we're back with him in his robot mode. Now, I do enjoy this robot mode. There are some defaults that I don't particularly like. One being the backpack junk stuff up here. I feel like they just didn't know what to do with all of this, and it just like folds up all funky looking. Also, the calves have like a gap, just like a empty crevice back there. So I don't like that either. As well as his arms are hollow. The same thing, his forearms are hollow. So yeah. But other than that, I do like this. I think it looks real nice. Especially with the big hammer o' doom. That is really cool. With this peg on the back, he can also hold it as a like laser cannon or what have you. But why do you need a cannon when you can have a hammer? The hammer's way cooler. You can also store it in this little port down here. if you so choose, as well as on his back. So that's nice that you can store it if you don't want him to hold it. But in my opinion, he looks a lot better with the giant hammer. Yeah, and one of my favorite aspects of his robot mode is his face sculpt. That is a really, really nice face sculpt. He looks like he's about to beat down some Decepticons, and he just looks angry. And I do dig the horns. I think that this guy is very show accurate, so that's a plus. His articulation, I gave it an 8. It's just awkward. He does have a decent amount of articulation. I just think it's awkward and it's hindered in some areas. He has a ball joint swivel thing on his head. You can mistransform him and do like a little shoulder shrug, but his head goes down. He's got a ball joint on his shoulder. He's got a double jointed elbow. He's got a ball joint on his wrist. I guess you can pose that. I guess you don't really see it from the front, so there's almost no point other than transformation. He does have a waist swivel, but it is hindered by the backpack. You can get around that, but it is hindered. You can pose these little guys however you like. And he does have bend at the knee, a ball joint on the hip, and a ball joint on the foot. So very posable. You can get some nice poses out of him. He's just sometimes he's a little difficult, and his arms don't want to do what you want them to do or what looks natural. So yeah, quality control on him, I give him a 7, and I think that's being like rather generous in my opinion. His hammer doesn't want to hold right in his hand, and it gets like stuck. His arms keep popping open. They keep doing that. Yeah, I don't know. That just doesn't work out for, like, it doesn't want to stay. And when I opened him, there was a couple scratches in the paint. So, yeah, just little things like that. But yeah, anyways, overall, I give this guy a 7, and I do highly recommend picking him up if you haven't already. He is very cool. I really do enjoy this one. I want to get the Terracon Cliffjumper or whatever, the zombie Cliffjumper from Comic-Con. So that's on my wish list. But yeah, I do really enjoy this guy. So thumbs up from me. I definitely recommend him. Pick him up if you see him or if you haven't already. And this has been RID Sessa with the Transformers toy review of RID Deluxe Class Cliffjumper. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And I'll be back with another review shortly.